Well, hi everybody. Welcome back, and we're here to hear another testimony, the experience of one of our brothers who've done the Ascent program twice so far. And I'm happy to talk today with Yuki Watabe. Do you want to just introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Yeah, nice to meet you. My name is Yuki. Yeah, I'm originally from Japan and then currently living in Texas, Dallas, Texas for 5 years now. Mhm. Yeah, and then I would like to share about the journey with the Hainun in past several years, and then especially significant journey in last 2 quarter this year. Mhm. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I only knew that you participated in Ascent, but you said that you've known Hainun for several years already. How,
Mhm. Yes.
yeah, how was your connection to Hainun like?
How I met Hainun was, I think it was very accidental, but at the same time, it was miraculous. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Like when I look back, it was really miraculous. Yeah, I came to United States 2019 in the summer as a student, and then that time I didn't know anything about Hainun. I was just like secretly kind of like I didn't know other people, other second gen have those kind of issue, and just like secretly holding within myself, and then just like hope nobody find out. And then one day I heard some kind of organization having some kind of event here in Dallas, and then that was Hainu. Mhm. And then that was like a few months after I came to Texas. Mhm. And then initially I was not planning to participate, mainly because of the financial reason. That time I only had a limited amount of money for that I made in Japan. So my monthly budget was $15. So like spending maybe 10 or $20 for some kind of event was not really my choice.
Wow, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So I said no to, you know, yeah, I think either Janil or Isaac, try to, invite a lot of second gen to, come to the event. I was like, I'm so sorry, I don't have money. And then I was saying no. But like they strongly pushed me, encouraged me, and actually they paid for me. Uh-huh. So I was like,
Cool.
okay, then I'm gonna join. I can join for and then I participated the event. But until the day comes, I had no idea about Hainu. I guess nobody really explained, or and then, but I was so shocked, yeah, because yeah, I didn't know Hainu existed, and then I didn't know other second gen had the struggle about uh, porn and masturbation. I thought I was the really like only person who is in those hell or who has those heavy feeling. So one sense it was really liberating for me. Mhm. Yeah, I was really inspired by the event. Mhm. Yeah, and from that time I really respect Benji, and then I really love hearing the message that he delivers. Mhm. And then that time, some of brothers in Dallas area were also inspired by Hainu. So we kind of formed the group, like accountability group, and then we started uh, the journey together. Mhm. So initially on my sexual integrity journey, I was doing more like outside of Hainan program, like a locally outside of Hainan program with the limited support. We didn't really know much, just like sharing about our victory or struggle, kind of try to help each other as the brothers. Mhm. It was really amazing, but like at the same time, uh, look back, I think it was not strong enough. Because we didn't really know much, and then mhm, yeah. So gradually the momentum, kind of faded throughout after maybe year or after a year passed. Mhm. Yeah, and then I still had some kind of idea about Hainu here and there. So I was like listening podcasts sometimes, but I was not really actively joining the Hainu program. And then, yeah, and the major change was the December of 2023. Mhm. So for a long time, I was just like, for a long time, I was just uh, kind of try to face the difficulty of program, but couldn't really deal with, or no, I didn't have much intention to do with the Hainu as well. Actually, I'm not sure why I haven't even tried to join Hainu back then. Yeah. Mhm. But like in 2023, I really felt, oh yeah, I want to, maybe I should start something for the preparation for the blessing. Mhm. And then I was like, oh, yeah, okay, maybe I need to work on my sexual integrity. Mhm. The reason that I decided to focus on sexuality integrity was back in that time, 2023, it was very devastating for me. My life of faith was really going down, uh, and I didn't really care about my sexual integrity anymore. That was like that kind of year for almost 1 year, and I didn't really want to continue that kind of state. And then I decided to kind of go back to Hainu or restart with the Hainu. Mhm. And then I joined the 40-day challenge initially on December. Yeah, before Ascend starts, there was a 40-day, and then I joined the 40-day. And then also I joined the Ascend. Mhm. Yes.
Yeah,
And
wow. So
then,
that's
yeah. Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's you're laying out the whole journey, right, of how you met High Noon and that
Yeah.
inspired you, right? It kind of inspired you and gave you like this first impulse of talking honestly, right? And
Yes.
leaving no shadows, like casting light on it and talking with people. And it sounds like this was your first kind of exposure to High Noon. And your
Yes.
reaction was to like build your own group and start talking more openly with your friends, right? About how you're doing in your sexual integrity. Yeah.
Actually, one of my friend initiated that.
Okay.
Yeah. My friend, he was really inspired, and then he talked to me. Hey Yuki, what do you think about this? And then I was like, oh yeah, let's do that. So actually, that was my friend's idea, but I really appreciate him. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's nice that you're giving credit to your friend. Okay. So that was kind of the first initiative,
Mhm.
right? And then for a long time there was nothing somehow like a barrier, I guess, to join High Noon. But
Mm.
then you said as of last year, initially it sounds like it was more like a friends initiative and for yourself and your friends, right? Community and
Mhm.
connecting. And last year it became a little bit more concrete because you want to prepare for the matching and blessing. And as part of that, you wanted to work on your sexual integrity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So is there more to that? Was that the main inspiration for you to join Ascent this year?
Yeah, I think the preparation for the blessing was the big part. Yeah, because I had some kind of, I think we all have those ideal, right? Ideal, but like we are not. I was not really living in that ideal, and then struggling so much. Like, is it okay? Is it okay with the current state? And then I'm also not really good at hiding. So like I don't want to hide to my future spouse, and then but like I'm not really doing well. Then how can I really going to the process or going to the matching without really facing the current issue?
Yeah, so that it became really serious for you, right? Like you didn't want to continue with what you
Mhm.
had in life. And
Yes.
I guess it sounds like you really got the feeling of you don't want to bring that into your matching and blessing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So how did your journey go? You started joining Ascend and you did 2 cycles. Do you want to just share about how your experience in ascent was?
Mhm. Yes. Yeah, first ascent, I think January to April, I guess, this year was super challenging, and then super like heavy, dark kind of atmosphere. Not because of high noon or not because of ascent, but like I was like, oh my goodness, how come I cannot really overcome, or how come like I'm like, okay, people might see me as some kind of working hard as a carp, or working for church a lot, or you know people might see those kind of side. And then I thought I also have some decent relationship with heavenly parents and true parents. And then no matter how many times I pray so sincerely at the Chonshin or try so hard, like, and then huge, like, strong determination or whatever, like a few days later, the struggling is coming. And then honestly, it was like almost every week was kind of sleep. mm, on the first quarter. And then that was also very, in one sense, it was discouraging for me. Yeah, how come, like, I determine so many times, still, like, in several days later, I fail, and then determine again, fail, and determine, I fail. And then almost I was feeling like, is it even possible? Yeah, I really had those kind of feeling. Maybe it's not possible. Okay, all the Hainun testimonies are like a liar, and then yeah, or like, some kind of, you know I don't trust them. That was like, how I felt. Yeah,
For
because it
for
was so hard. Hmm.
mhm.
Yeah.
For clarify, just to clarify, you felt like it was really challenging the beginning, right? Like you didn't see much progress, perhaps, and
Mhm.
but you heard testimonies of other people who were doing great and progress, and so you started feeling is that that's fake, that can't be true. It's so hard.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible. I was like, that's all made up kind of thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
I really
Okay.
felt that way. Yeah, but at the same time, I also had kind of, I don't want to give up. Mhm. Yeah, if I give up on the sexual integrity journey, and then I thought it's everything is going to end. Mhm. And then I didn't want to. Yeah, I wanted to stick to maybe like my ideals, or yeah. Just a second. Yeah, I didn't want to kind of give up on the ideal. Mhm. And then,
Yeah.
so the only thing I was able to do was just kind of keep attending Hainu. Yeah, even it was very shameful or discouraging. Just attend, and then just try not to give up. That was basically the entire first quarter. Mm.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. So that was, I guess, the first like really big challenge, right? Like you did a program, but it kept being challenging for like the majority of the first quarter. And you said what really kept you like kept you going at Drive was your ideal. Do you what was that ideal that you kept like hanging on to?
I don't think that was so clear back in that moment. I think my conscience or my heart was telling me not to give up, because I wanted to marry, I wanted to have, get blessed, and then just, have the amazing family. And then, yeah, I didn't want to have that kind of shadow in that my family. Mhm. But like, that time, I don't think that idea was not that as clear. Just, I think that I just felt I don't want to bring.
Mm. Okay, yeah, yeah. So you had an intuition, a sense that you didn't want to give up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. How did that journey continue? Yeah, for you.
Yeah. So one great thing was I went to Korea for the Blue Dragon pilgrimage on April. I was sharing with one of my close friend the about how I have been feeling about the during a quarter. Yeah, struggling so much, and almost like I feel almost like impossible or those kind of thing. Mhm. And then also that was during a pilgrimage, like in the middle. In the later part of the pilgrimage, Benji came to Korea. He talk in front of us, and then yeah, I have known Benji since when the Hainun came to Texas. So I texted to him and then asked him, "Oh, when are you leaving Korea?" And then I wanted to talk to him before he goes. So it was almost midnight in Korea, the last day of pilgrimage, I guess. And then I was able to catch him, and then I shared everything to him. I shared like all of those, my feelings, and then I was like, I don't think it is impossible. I cannot even trust. I really feel all of those are made up, and yeah, I shared because yeah, even during those quota, I tried deleting Instagram or those some technical thing that Benji talks. And then I shared about I tried, deleting Instagram, stop reading manga, which is one of the most biggest hobby in for me, and also biggest uh, trigger for me as well. And then I shared everything to Benji. I shared everything, and then he was just listening. He was listening and listening. And then after I shared everything, yeah, he told me basically the shame. He talked to me about the shame. So I think Benji talk a lot these days on the podcast, but like the shame is causing you to go back to uh, those behavior. That was the first time hearing about such kind of thing. Yeah, initially I didn't really understand, but like he told me that, and then he kind of, I think, comforted my heart. He just listened and comforted. So like you need to cut down of the shame, the spiral of the shame. That's what he told me. And then also he told me to focus on healing. And then he told me just focus on healing, and not focus on shame. So yeah, that was basically the end of the first quarter. Mhm. The meeting with me, talking to Benji in Korea. Mhm. And then, yeah, that time, since first quarter was so heavy, so that Benji's word actually made my heart a little lighter. Yeah, he said, just focus on healing your heart, healing and not focusing on shame. So when I started the second quarter of Ascend, I just try to focus on healing. How can I heal? How can I heal? When I try to and also Benji often posted about healing to the WhatsApp group. That was also really, I was really grateful for those messages as well.
Yeah, got it. So that was a turning point for you,
Mhm.
like after going like really through some darkness in the first quarter and
Mhm.
the suffering path, right? But then having this experience with an older brother who listened to all of it, right? You unpacked your shame, you unpacked your struggles, and you just
Mhm.
absorbed it and took it in and pointed out that it is exactly that shame that's like pushing you back to porn and masturbation again and again, and you keep dwelling there. And that impacted you, huh?
Yes, I think that was I really felt the love from, God. I really feel Heavenly Parent loved me through Benji. Yeah, and then that was really necessary first step to going forward.
Yeah, that's
And then
amazing.
because of, yeah, mhm. And then because of that, I think I was able to start second quarter more positively.
Yeah, it sounds like you were able to experience God's grace in a form through
Mhm.
through another human being, right? But grace that it's okay, right? Like you're still you,
Yes.
and the you is still loved, um
Mhm.
and a direction, right? A clear direction to focus on the healing part. Yeah, how did that impact you? How did it change the game for you in your second quarter?
Yes. So the second quarter, yeah, emotionally it was way better, way lighter, and then it was totally different feeling than the first quarter. And then I was really focusing on healing, and also I was wondering what is the unconditional love, and then I was really kind of seeking the more grace or unconditional love at the Chonshin. And then that was really great. And then I was able to, I was listening a Hainun podcast many times, but like still I didn't understand the exactly what you guys are talking on the podcast. And then all the time, uh, whoever the speaker is talking about the getting trigger is not like only the surface level of surface cause, and then there is the root cause in much deeper place. But like I didn't really even I think I was listening, but I didn't really get that part. But during the second quarter, I was like reflecting a lot on my past, and then I was able to figure out many of those root cause in the past. Why I going to go to those pornography back in like junior high or those time. Mostly it was isolation or the escape from pain, escape from basically my parents' eyes, or and then it was I escape, and then gradually it became spiral with the shame. And then I come to that was the first time I come to understand the root cause of why I'm stuck in this place. So during the second quarter, that was I think one of the impact that I got finding the root cause.
Wow. Yeah. It's astonishing because with almost every brother I talk to, right? It the importance of healing comes up in their recovery journey. And that's what you just mentioned, right? Like the game changer in the second quarter, huge difference to the first quarter was you shifted your focus from I need to
Mhm,
get to my ideal and have complete sobriety, comparing with all the testimonies, right? The stellar
mhm,
testimonies, to where's this coming from? What's the root, right? The lack in my
mhm.
heart. So that was you'd say like the game changer, the turning point in your like last recent quarter.
Yes, and also there was one more thing. Yeah, and then the second quarter, I have been focusing on healing and the root cause, and then still externally it was struggling here and there. I was able to see a lot of the progress compared to the first quarter, but still I had a struggle and sleep here and there during the second quarter. And then I think that was the last call with the mentor, the second mentor call with Robert. Mhm. And then I don't exactly remember what I shared, what we were talking. And then I think I shared my journey of sexual integrity in the past up until this moment. I think so. Mhm. And then after he heard about that, he told me, "Yeah, you didn't give up, and you came up this place. Like even like you might kind of give up in one moment, but still you came back, and you really tried to fight, try to like even though it took many years, or even though like once you gave up, or still you came back to the ideal and then still trying to pursue. And I'm proud of you. You haven't given up. I'm really proud of you." That's what he told me during a call. But not exactly like that. I think that was my memory. He told me that I'm proud of you, and then I couldn't stop crying. Biggest impact that I had during the second quarter. It is not like successful course. I can proud of my journey. It is not like perfectly great course, but I haven't I haven't given up, and then I came until this point, and I'm still going on. Yeah, I think he told me you should be proud of yourself. Yeah, that was really another biggest healing of my heart. Another biggest love that I received from older brother.
Thanks so much for sharing. And it's true, Yuki. You should be proud of yourself with what you've been through and where you've gotten. It's amazing that you were able to have these moments of, and that's people talk about foundation of substance, right? That's exactly what it is. These moments of grace and reconciliation in relationships, right?
Mhm.
Relationships. And God collects every tear of us,
Mhm.
of that great emotional release. And tears don't lie, right?
Mhm.
And thank you for sharing that with
Mhm.
us.
That was the basically the end of the second quarter. Yeah, it was much lighter, and then I had a lot of the shift of my within myself. After the second quarter is done, and then preparing for the third quarter, I had another the strong emotion. I think maybe new emotion that I realized. I think because I received a lot of like grace or love, especially through those two older brothers. And then I think my heart really felt naturally from bottom of my heart. I felt I want to change. I want to really become the new person, new Yuki, or become really the person that I can be proud of, like fully. That was like after the quota, but I had that realization. I want to, of course, yes, I'm proud of. I think I should be proud of my journey, but like I want to be proud of like fully as God's son, as true parents' son. That was like the I guess maybe the clear North Star goal that I had or something. It was so hard for me to set my own North Star goal for a long time, but like that was like I want to have confidence, or I want to have proud of myself, not because of me, but like as yeah, heavenly parent or true parent's son.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds really like you were able to connect the dots for you, right? Like your spiritual ideal
Mhm.
and like this your spirituality and identity as God's child, your parents' child, with the practical reality, right? Of your
Yes.
healing, your emotions, your sexual integrity,
Mhm.
and your goal, right? Like that led you to your vision, like
Mhm.
being somebody who can be proud of yourself and from the
Mhm.
like sincerely from the bottom of your heart can give back to others and
Yes.
create a wonderful blessed family and couple. It's amazing. So now you're preparing for like the next round for you, right? Next round of Ascend, and you sign up as a facilitator, right? Still
Yes.
participating, still growing, and at the same time helping others in their journey a little
Mhm.
bit. Where do you feel like you're at now, and where do you see where are you headed? How is this
Mhm.
journey continuing for you?
Yes. I really appreciate Hainu so much. Even like there are a lot of up and downs. Sometimes I felt like hell, but I really appreciate. And then the feeling I had after the second quarter that I want to be like, and then I really want all of brothers and sisters, my especially brothers, to be proud of themselves too, because like many of them, with including myself, those who are in high noon and then for long, those who are in high noon for several times and then still struggling, maybe they don't have much confidence within themselves, so they don't have. It's so hard to have the pride, if you are struggling with your ideal. Yeah, if you're if I'm struggling with the sexual integrity and the PMO, then it's so hard to proud of me, right? And then I think many brothers are struggling with that too. I think so I really want them to be proud of themselves too. Yeah, being in that journey, being in the high noon, yeah, already is like first victory. I really want to, of course, I'm still on a journey of healing, but I really want to help each other, help brother, and then also being helped at the same time. And then I really want to encourage them so that they can really become the proud son, proud brother.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward, right, to how that will play out for you, your continued growth, your continued journey. And I'm sure that it's those people, right, who've been through darkness, who've been through suffering in their lives and who persevered, right? That suffering transforms into pain and suffering transforms into strength and a gift,
Mhm.
right? a gift actually that, and it's crazy, it's paradoxical, right? We go through suffering and pain and dark times, and we feel like, some people feel like, why me? Why not somebody else? But in the end, it becomes a gift that we're able to share with others, right? And it sounds like you're on the way, right, of transforming that pain that you've experienced into a gift and into your strength that you are open and willing to share with others. Yeah. Thank you, man. And is there anything else that you'd like to share about your journey at this point?
Yes, and maybe just one sentence that I would love to share. This is the actually from the Matchnet podcast, the talk with the Benji and the Benny of the 24 plus. And then I was listening, and then I think brother Benny shared about this sentence. And then success is not the absence of failure, but persisting through failure. Yeah, he shared that during that podcast, and then it really hit me because I think my entire time with the Hainu was like that. And then it might be really hard, but if we really stick to keep going without giving up, I think that is really going to be the beautiful, maybe in a sense, success. I think that became my motto too. I think I had that kind of feeling, maybe some part of my brain, but it was not like clear sentence. That became my motto. No matter how many times I might fail down, but I still keep going. And then as long as we are keeping going forward, it is success.
Yeah, that's an amazing motto to have. Success is not the absence of failure, but your perseverance, right? The will to continue no matter what. And I think a very encouraging, on point message for so many out there, brothers and sisters, right, who are on their journey. And sometimes it does feel like we're just getting stuck. But in reality, it's for some people, it feels like taking a step forward and retreating. But in reality, we're taking one step, two steps forward, one step backwards, and then again, two steps forward, one step backwards. And we just have to continue that cycle. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Yuki. There was a lot there, I think, for
Thank you,
people
Andy.
to. Thank you for sharing sincerely with us. And
I
we'll
think
see
from
everyone.
beginning to the end, I was nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. It's not often that we have this feeling of nervousness in our life, and it makes things special, I think, if we can give our best despite nervousness. So thanks everyone for listening, and see you again next time.